Okay, welcome to my channel, Fixing My Faith. Today we're going to look at the Watchtower and the Mormons. We're going to see who donates more. Now we've run previous videos on donations and what the religious groups are doing, and from what we can see, the Jehovah's Witnesses are doing 0, 0, and 0 according to Charity Canada. If I'm to plug in Charity Canada and Jehovah's Witnesses, you get this here. And Watchtower Bible and Tract Society of Canada, XF Flow, they give very little to the cause. Their humanitarian effort, we're going to look at that. I just went to their site, Humanitarian Aid. They do nothing. Jehovah's Witnesses offer humanitarian aid to victims of armed conflicts in Congo. Jehovah's Witnesses are providing relief for their congregates and other affected violent conflicts. So, see, this is about providing relief, and it's right here. They're careful. They put it in there for their congregants and others. They might give others a bottle of water. They don't do much for others. Don't kid yourself. Jehovah's Witnesses in the community. They strive to contribute in a constructive way to the communities through Bible education efforts. So that's how Jehovah's Witnesses view themselves as a charity. They look at all their man hours going door to door, pounding at your doors, convincing you to join their cult, and they call that humanitarian aid. Well, that's what they do. Legal boundaries, Jehovah's Witnesses in the community. They're socially integrated, attentive to the needs of the community. Just that's all they do. News releases, humanitarian aid. The DRC is organizing repair work on damaged kingdom halls and homes of congregants. And they take the insurance money. So Hurricane Delta batters Louisiana, humanitarian aid. These efforts are being supported by the Disaster Relief Committee to respond. So they go there, our brothers go there, and they continue to help the kingdom halls and the brothers and sisters. So it goes on and on. They do have a humanitarian aid for themselves, and they go in and they do a little bit with bottled water. Now, a special visit to the volunteers and the Ukraine refugees in Poland. You'd think in Poland they'd be putting millions of dollars in there to help the people. But their humanitarian aids, our packages are prepared as our brothers and sisters continue to care for the needs of one another, regardless of the circumstances. So it's about helping one another. It's about helping ourselves in these humanitarian needs. Now, there's nothing, if you're a Jehovah's Witness and you lose your job and something goes wrong or you have medical bills you can't pay, there's no form of relief within the Jehovah's Witness organization for you. Sorry about that. You're going to have to go to the food bank. And it's too bad that you put all your money into the Watchtower, because now you got to go to the food bank and it's all the Catholics and the Mormons and everyone that contributes there that are actually feeding you, the Jehovah's Witness. Let's be clear about this. Providing relief amid wars and reports of wars, aid. But how could these goods be delivered without needlessly endangering our brothers? Well, there's an article there. They don't provide much. It's all about the brothers. We can go on and on. They have all their news release and how they go in and help the brothers in these humanitarian needs. Now, we've been going hard on the Jehovah's Witnesses because they do nothing for charity. They don't help charity. X, they have no transparency. F, resulting in reporting. Low, demonstrated impact. This is not a religion. And if you go to the bottom in the descriptions, we're running a petition in Canada to shut down this religion as a charity. It's not a charity. This religion does not help outsiders. In fact, it teaches its members that all the outsiders are going to be burned and roasted in the fire. And all you got to do is look at JW Images Armageddon. I'm going to show you a few images. And we go in there. Here's some of the biggest images here. They're showing all the wars going on, all the people fighting. This is all a big, barbecue. All the worldly people are going to be barbecued uh, at this day, this great day of God the Almighty. And here's the picture. Here's what they show people. What does it mean? It's right from their website. We go right to their website. It shows the picture, what the end is. You see, all the people are barbecued. Why would you provide humanitarian aid for all those people that are going to get barbecued? Like, it doesn't make sense from the Watchtower. And that's why we have a petition to shut this religion down as far as charity goes. They can practice their religion, their cult religion, but why are us as taxpayers paying for this religious organization that just thinks everyone's going to get barbecued? They just help themselves. Now, it's enough on Jehovah's Witnesses. Let's talk about the other religious cults. Let's talk about the Mormons. The Mormons had a lot of dispute. Us activists, Mormon activists, have been coming on and really going after the Mormons. We did an article on how rich of a organization they are, and stuff like this. The feds find Mormon Church for illicitly hiding 32 billion investments fund behind shell companies. They've been nailed, and the Jehovah's Witnesses are coming next. Mormon Church in Canada moves 1 billion out of the country tax-free and is legal. Why are we allowing this as Canadians, as people? Why are we allowing all this money to go to Salt Lake City? It doesn't make sense. Now, reports LDS Church. Now, here's what they did. The LDS Church realized that this is a huge problem. They're all over the news. They don't look good. Just like Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't look good. The religions don't look good. And we're coming after you, religions, because why are we treating you guys as charities if you're not doing anything? Well, here the Mormons woke up, and this is 2 years in a row. They spent $1 billion helping people in need in 2022. $1 billion. That's a lot of money. $1 billion. How many of those? We just did an article on the Jehovah's Witnesses sunk 168 million into that complex. They're building a big complex. That was one of our other videos. Well, how many of those could you build for $1 billion? You could build a lot. You could build probably close to 7, 8 of those complexes. Well, the Mormon Church spent $1 billion helping people in need, not just their people. And I think this is a start. These religions are waking up, because pretty soon we're going to go after the Mormons, or maybe they're already going after them to shut down their charity status unless they're helping people. We're doing the same with the Jehovah's Witnesses. All of these cult religions, we're doing the same. So here it is. On Tuesday, the church releases Caring for Those in Need annual report, spotlighting the scale of humanitarian efforts over the past year. We'll look at what they did. It's an annual report, so now they're showing some transparency. The Jehovah's Witnesses have zero transparency. The report shows this work included more than $1 billion in expenditures, 6.3 million hours, volunteers, and 3,692 humanitarian projects in 190 countries and territories. The funds used to help care for those in need went toward fast offering assistance, humanitarian aids, goods distributed from bishop storehouses, desert industry stores, operations such as family service counseling, employment centers, farms, food processing facilities. So the Mormons have what they call family service counseling within their organization. If you're having trouble within the family, they send you there. These are professionals. It's not elders that are janitors. These are professionals. They have employment centers. If you're out of a job, the Mormons will help you get a job. They will even help you with some higher education so you can get a better job, and therefore your 10% is higher, going back to the church. Smart business management and good humanitarian aid. The first presidency said that the report that the faith is simply doing what the Savior of the world would do, what Jesus would do. Well, I would question that with the Mormons. Are not near like Jesus. Jesus gave everything to the needy. So the Mormons are all about business. Don't kid yourself. This $1 billion is really a small drop in the bucket for the Mormon Church. Goes on here. The Church of Latter-day Saints is eager to bless others, help those in need. We're blessed to have the ability, resources, and trusted global connections to carry out this sacred responsibility, which we consider a joyful privilege. So the largest monetary donation the church gave in 2022 includes 32 million to the World Food Program and 5 million to UNICEF Global Nutrition Program, which helps malnutrition children. Congratulations to the Mormon Church for doing that. Now, this is something for the Jehovah's Witnesses to look at. They have to really look at this and start stepping up to the plate, or they're going to lose a lot of members to the Mormon Church. The church also made financial contributions to help people impacted by global natural disasters and armed conflict, including relief to the Ukraine refugees, tsunami survivors in Tonga, storm victims in Kentucky, Florida, South Africa, victims of civil conflict in Democratic Republics of Congo. The love and desire to help is overwhelming to see, said this church member in Austria, who helped refugees in several Eastern European countries. So let's carry on here, see what they did. Light the World Giving Machines collected approximately 22 million in funds at the Christmas time, which aided in buying food and other items for people in 28 locations around the world. Very good work to the Mormon Church for this. And here they're recognizing Christmas time, a time of Christ. They recognize that it's a time of giving. The Jehovah's Witnesses all hide in the basement, shut the lights out when the Christmas carolers are out, and they pretend that they're not at home. What a shame. We go on. The volunteer hours donated in 2022 include services at farms, orchards, canneries, desert industry stores, as well as missions to care for those in need. Now, of course, a lot of those volunteer hours are to help the Mormons themselves, but they do help others. In addition, the thousands of humanitarian projects, 16,285 new service projects were facilitated by the organization. The reports also highlights the church's ongoing environmental stewardship initiatives. Since 2018, it has said yearly water consumption at Salt Lake City headquarters has been reduced by 38 million gallons. Additionally, more than 500 meeting houses worldwide now have solar panels. Desert, that's a big one. More than 500 meeting houses worldwide have solar panels. Desert Industries processed 73 million recycled goods, and the church's print and distribution center recycled nearly 4,000 tons of paper, metal, cardboard, and plastic. As we continue to love and strengthen one another through service, we invite all to join us in this important work. And the Mormons also do plant trees. We ran an article on that, on planting trees, where the Jehovah's Witnesses don't, but all the other religious groups in the world do plant trees, recognizing that just using toilet paper, we're knocking trees down. And of course, with all the Watchtower and Awake printing material and hitting every house in the world with that Watchtower and the Awake, there's a lot of trees being knocked down to do that. And the Jehovah's Witnesses do nothing. So here we have it. The Mormon Church is stepping up to the plate. They are stepping up in a big way. So it's going to be interesting to see what Jehovah's Witnesses do. If they do nothing, us as the taxpayers, we're pushing to shut their charity status down all over the world. So friends, until next time, keep living your life with love. Have a great day. Bye for now.